whatever they got going. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Side Seat Podcast. Coming to you from Bent River and Rock Island. So thanks for having us here. Today we kind of got a big show going, but we are kind of missing something. But we'll get to that in a second. But we are joined by Bobby Thornton once again. So thanks for coming back. I know you were kind of a little bit rushed out last time, but thanks for coming in. And our other special guest, John Drizzy, John Hazard,
what's going on,
John
man?
Carmichael. What's going on, man? Thanks for joining us. John is he's the DJ at Broken Saddle, the country themed bar out there in Moline, right next to the mother's store.
The mothership, yes, if you will.
So, and you also work for Twisted Mikes,
Yep,
right?
we do a lot of weddings around the area. Just random events throughout the Quad Cities, man. I'm sure you guys will see us around soon.
Yeah, man. So, you've been pretty busy with that all summer?
Yeah, man. We're swamped. It's growing and growing every day.
Yep.
6,000. We just reached 6,000 likes on our Facebook page, so that's a huge achievement, man. I can't thank you all enough for that. So.
And I think we're almost getting ready to hit like 200 on our page. So yeah,
you're on your way. Hey, you're on your way.
Anyways,
speak for yourself. The Music Lovers page.
Your page.
Yeah, exactly.
Your baby's at like what, 600 now or something?
No, we're at 538 plus.
Okay. Well, anyways, as always, I'm your host, Victor Martinez. I am joined with my co-host, Eric Nesbitt, a.k.a. Nez, along with the pride of Barstow, Jake Quake Turner, and our missing co-host at the moment.
Yeah, he's a little late, but I'll take his place and do an imitation of Matt Wilkins if you want me to.
Yes, yeah. Matt Wilkins, a new guy.
When I say I'm going to kick your ass, I'm going to kick your ass.
Perfect, spot on. So he'll be joining us right in the middle of the show, so I hope you guys don't mind. But we do want to get this going because we have a nice show going. This will be the first time that we'll have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6? Is it 5? 6.
Yeah, both hands now.
I do have to use both hands now. So,
but no, we had Herb and Matt. No, that was 5.
Yeah. So this will be 6, man. So thank you guys for joining us once again. A little bit of news because we'll jump into it in our 3rd week in a row, right, Nez, with the Mad Season stuff.
Yeah, I guess now it's affirmed that they are going to record a new album with Duff McKagan and Chris Cornell.
Now, what was the show? They recorded that show, though. They recorded a show that they did together on January 30th. There was a lot of dates on that thing, so I don't know.
It was a fundraiser for, was it something, was that Mad Season was a fundraiser?
The Seattle Symphony Orchestra Vitology thing.
Yes.
John, are you familiar with Mad Season and the Seattle?
Very small. You know?
Yeah, man. I mean,
I keep it pretty simple for me.
I mean, Nez could probably school us all on it because it's one of his favorite discs of all time. So and it's really good stuff, man. It's Lane Staley.
The new one that's coming out with Chris Cornell?
Yeah, it's a crock of shit.
He's not a fan of the new one.
Chris Cornell, Scream, man.
Yeah, so we just now we have some dates on it. I'm sure you can find it online, but I know as it gets closer to release, Nez gets angrier. So we'll just kind of leave it at that.
Well, I gotta tell everybody again, we would never expect John Lennon to go sing for the Rolling Stones, and we would never expect Mick Jagger to sing for the Beatles, correct?
Absolutely.
That's for real. So,
It's ridiculous.
all right, well, hey man, you know what? We can jump off this a little bit because those clouds are gnarly. By the way, apparently there's a tornado warning during this recording, but it's okay. If we die, we're doing the thing that we love, talking music with a bunch of guys and just enjoying life. So, let's jump right into the Melvin show.
Yes.
What'd you guys think?
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal, right?
Yeah.
Well, you two guys were right up at the front of the stage.
Yes.
I was stood back because I couldn't handle all the people cutting in front of me, standing in front of me, and having to go to the bathroom all the time because they were not there for the show.
Exactly. Right. They were there to take a piss. So, my ears are still ringing from it, man. It was just the crazy show. But I think the best thing that I took away from that show was Les Boucherettes. What do you guys think?
They were amazing. I mean, we were both up in the front.
Yeah.
The front woman puts on an amazing show.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
She grabbed.
Fuck you with amazing shit.
Yeah, they
Sorry.
don't like the word amazing here. But
She puts on a great show. She knows exactly what she's doing. And she, I don't know, she made a believer out of me.
She knows how to work the crowd.
She does.
Yeah, man.
She was a front man in a woman's body.
Yeah.
That's what she was.
Oh, yeah.
Which I think is why her name might be Terry Genderbender. So that was a gimmick. So.
Checked out a couple of videos by them, and
Yeah.
she cleans up pretty good. She's a nice looking lady.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
Definitely an act. Huh?
Yeah, man. I mean, it was like the music was good, the performance was good, and it was just a great show put on by them. I'm a new fan. I am enjoying a lot of their stuff, so I'm glad we got to check them out. But like I said, the Melvins rocked the shit out of my ears. And still have a little bit of ringing. So it was a great show, man. You said you were there last time.
Last time. What was it? Last year, maybe a couple years ago.
Yeah.
My ears are still ringing from that show. So
Yeah, there you go. Did you have the dual drum kits at that
yes,
show?
the dual
so-
drum kits.
Yeah,
not
they-
enough room.
Yeah, they didn't have that at ours.
No,
No,
but
but
here's
you don't need it though. Gail is such an awesome drummer.
yes, it's fantastic.
You don't need it until you experience it, and then you absolutely need it because it was just that much more
Yeah.
out
And
of control.
And here's the thing about the Melvins is that what a lot of people understand is, they're a power trio most of the time, but they tone their instruments down so far to get that sludge sound. I mean, it's a sludgy sound that you're not going to hear from, it's not a normal sound. I mean, and those instruments just sound like thunder on every stroke, man.
I mean, was Buzz's guitar like a matte gold? Or was it matte silver?
It was
But-
silver because it matched Pincus.
Yeah, Pincus is like straight up fucking.
It was the
shiny
same. It was
silver.
the same model. It was the same. They were the same. Like they matched 100%.
Do you guys know where Picus was originally from? What band?
Butthole Surfers?
Butthole Surfers.
Somebody told me about that. I didn't even know about that until like we were talking about
How
it.
awesome was that? You get the former bass player from the Butthole Surfers and
We
the
were
former
talking about that
drummer
at the
of
last show.
Nirvana.
Yep, and the drummer from Nirvana.
The OG, original drummer.
Yeah, the original drummer from Nirvana.
Yeah, he played. I think just on that 7-inch.
Yeah.
That was it.
Oh,
Pincus is now he has played bass for Buzzo and Gibby Haynes. How cool of a combination is that?
that's. I
Gibby
mean,
Haynes.
like I said, man, the show couldn't have been any better. Well, okay, probably could have been better, but what we got that night was straight up magic, man.
Worth every penny.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I would have paid double the amount to see that show. Or to listen to that show.
Yeah, and I'm just glad everybody that was there enjoyed it. So, Le Boutrettes, Melvin's is awesome. You weren't at this one, Nez, but me and Quake were Corey Taylor's an evening with Corey Taylor acoustic show. What'd you think, man? I thought it was.
I enjoyed every minute of it. Even though I was in the back, because I got there right as he was walking on stage after I got off work.
And they mentioned that he was talking about you got there for the Velvet Revolver story.
The Velvet Revolver story was awesome.
Yeah.
To hear that. And I don't know, I just remember walking in and like I've never seen Rip Curl that packed before.
Yeah, man.
Where I had to walk in and like do the sidestep around to the other side of the bar to go into the back. I was like, and like people were lined up past the bar, people were standing on the tables,
Yeah.
so they could
That
see.
sells out arenas, though, man.
Yeah, I mean-
an intimate setting like that. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that it
And
was.
I mean, being only 3 hours away from his home.
His family was there.
Yeah.
Did Corey Taylor wear the Corey Taylor mask?
No,
in
he
that
did
show?
not wear the mask.
He didn't wear. He didn't wear the Corey
No jumpsuit.
Taylor mask.
No, it was just him.
So
Well, he wore
wasn't
Corey
wearing
Taylor
the
mask.
Corey Taylor mask. So he didn't look like Corey Taylor at all.
Down to his,
No, he
So
did
what
not.
does Corey Taylor
yeah.
really look like?
Yeah, he didn't have the jumpsuit, John. Sorry, but no.
And his other guy from Prom.
Yes, we
Awesome.
discovered he's the bassist for Prong.
Yeah.
Jason Christopher.
You're shitting me.
No,
He's an awesome dude.
Because we.
And he's left-handed too.
Yeah, he is left-handed because we were leaving because we had just met Corey Taylor. We met him after the show.
Right by a trash can outside, right?
Yes, we did actually. But it signed my set list that I got and the guitar pick. I got
That
the guitar
set list was awesome.
It was
by the way.
really
He
good.
played- Hearing Slipknot songs acoustic
Yeah.
is just really, really odd. But you can, and he sang them, so you like the lyrics were really clear. You're like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
I can imagine that a lot of those songs were probably written on acoustics for.
Yeah, they probably written like that.
That's
so.
how most songs are written anyway.
was it all Slipknot stuff?
No. It was actually more Stone Sour than anything.
Stone Sour. That makes a lot of sense.
Two or three Slipknot songs, and the rest were covers of stuff that he went. I think Tom Petty did.
I heard Eagles.
Eagles,
Right?
Take It
I heard that was
Easy,
pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was before the encore. He did
He did
Mother Love Bone. Little Red Corvette
Yep.
by Prince.
Alice in Chains.
Alice in Chains, the Nutshell cover. Nutshell's one of my favorite songs. But he
covered Green Day.
Yeah, Green Day. I don't know what song it
That
was.
was Sassafras Roots or however.
It was off of Dookie.
Yeah.
So,
But the biggest takeaway I took from that is when he named his 5 favorite bands.
oh yeah,
One of them was the Buzzcocks.
yeah.
I can see that.
I was like, holy hell.
I can see that.
I mean, but other ones were like what, Metallica,
Yeah.
Motley Crue,
Iron Maiden, I think it said,
Maiden.
or Megadeth.
No.
Babylon AD.
No, but when he said in the Buzzcocks, I was like,
Yeah.
I looked around and it was just like,
Yeah, I was.
Of course,
oh,
because
fuck.
half the crowd is a bunch of posers there. That's what works me off more than anything else.
there was a kid there in a skirt and everything. He's
Oh,
ready
yeah.
to rock.
Yeah, man, Mohawk, maggot shirt, and everything. It was a fun night for me. 13-year-old me was jumping for joy. So you
Speaking
know,
of 13-year-old you, how old was that kid standing next to you?
that kid was like 9 or 10.
That was awesome.
There was a kid next to me, and he interacted with Corey Taylor. Probably the funniest part was he was asking him for his autograph, which, you know, whatever. Not during the show, but Corey Taylor acknowledged it. He's like, you want me to just stop everything I'm doing in the middle of the show and give you an autograph? Okay. And he did it, and he says, what do you say? And then he goes, thank you. And he says, say it louder. What do you say? Thank you. And that was a cool experience for the kids. So
And here's the thing, and I'm not a Slipknot guy
Yeah.
and whatever, but I watched an interview with Corey Taylor one time when he was in full mask mode
Yeah.
or whatever else, and he tried to explain as living in Des Moines is the most depressing thing in the world. It's the sickest place to live in the world. And we're going, it's Des Moines, Iowa, man. You know what? I bet you people that live in East St. Louis would trade spots with you in a heartbeat.
Right.
I mean,
Or in the south side of Chicago, or the east end of LA.
Yeah, or
you know?
the lower Bronx.
I mean, come on, it's Des Moines, man.
West End of Davenport.
Yeah.
He also said when he went to go travel for Velvet Revolver that all of Dave Kushner's family still lives in Des Moines. I didn't know that.
So-
That was kind of cool.
That's a nice little connection there.
Well, you know, I know this is like comparing apples to oranges, but you know, John Cougar Mellencamp still lives in like a small town outside of Bloomington, Indiana.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's not unheard of. They don't want to live that paparazzi life.
Right.
And you know, people he lived there for years and nobody bothers him. He's just like one of the guys there, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, hey, you know, if I could do it again, I would. It was a good show. So,
That's what's awesome.
Well, now you can go meet Jack Russell.
Yeah.
sure. Well, hey, we might have all the time in the world with Jack Russell. So, make sure you guys are checking out Ribco. We still got a few tickets to give away.
Tasteless.
So we'll see. Come on, don't be afraid to talk to us. We're here, and that's what we're doing. So we got some great white tickets, and we're a couple likes away from the Side C page from 200.
Before we go any further, but back to the Corey Taylor thing.
Sure.
Do you know what Victor Martinez and Corey Taylor have in common? Not Corey Taylor, but Eddie Trunk have in common?
What?
You guys both chilled with Corey Taylor.
Oh, did we? Yeah, he did have that interview, didn't he?
Well, you know, if we all go chill Jack Russell, we can all say the same thing about that, too.
You do.
So,
Very much so.
Your hero, right? So, before we go any more further, let me just pay the bills real quick, man. No, forget it. Ooh, maybe we're gonna have some insensitive remarks for that. Fuck it, who cares? We do it all the time. I'm trying to pull back on that. But anyways, Poolman, Mark Reedy, installation, sales, and service for all your above and below ground pool needs. Make sure that you go check out the Poolman, Mark Reedy, 309-292-8486. Also, make sure you're checking out Ragged Records. New and used record store. It's one of our favorite places to hang out.
Amen.
So make sure you go buy local. Got a lot of good stuff down there. 418 East 2nd Street in Davenport, Iowa. Go give Bob a shout out and then say hey.
And if you ever need any suggestions on how to do a handlebar mustache, Bob Harrington is the man to do.
Yes, he is. He does it way better than I do. So, Next Level Fitness. Reach your next level with dedication, motivation, friendship, and fun. 3102 29th Street, Moline. Make sure you guys go check out that place. It's getting updated, and I'm hearing there's some nice things going in. So check out Next Level Fitness.
And don't forget, Albert Myers, former lead guitar player of Amazon Blonde, is going to be on our show next week.
Oh, he is, yes. Which I believe is Roosters.
Yes.
So we're looking forward to that one. And finally, our partner, Ribco, Rock Island Brewing Company, Bar and Grill. 1815 2nd Avenue, Rock Island, Illinois. Make sure you guys are going. They have a nice little deal with, they actually are partnering with Ragged Records, doing Turntable Tuesdays, 8 to close, half off drafts, $3.50 burger baskets. The concept, what did we say, John and Nez?
2 turntables and no microphone?
There you go. So
No microphone.
Yeah, bring down what you want, and you'll be able to play it. So
Yeah, you get to play 20 minutes of your own vinyl.
yeah.
And so it could be a one half of an album or whatever, a side
one
A
side.
or a side B.
Maybe a side C.
If it's a double, LP, you might get a side C.
So there you go. So anyways, make sure you guys check all that out. It's right on the video. And please like, share everything that they do, everything we do. They're great partners to us, so make sure you're checking them out. Driz,
Yo.
let's get back to you, man, because I know you're actually DJing tonight, right?
Yep, live.
All live and in living color, right?
Yeah,
You get a
live.
microphone?
I do get a microphone.
okay.
I actually get about 6. Like, we keep them below the shelf, you know?
Yeah.
So,
There you
but,
go. So, like, as far as like requests and stuff come in, do you get a lot of the same stuff for the country ladies?
Absolutely.
Like,
I
the ladies
mean,
love it.
the way country is lately, it's all the same songs, you know what I mean? It's the newer stuff.
Yeah. What would you consider?
Not too many actual country folks that go in there, but it's okay, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's like, it's fun still. We like to
Yeah,
have
yeah,
fun with
because
it.
you'll get a nice crowd. I mean, it's right in the heart of the
Downtown Moline, right
Downtown
over there,
Moline.
by
So you see a lot of the buses come through. See a lot of the people go through. Like
last Thursday, we had 2 bachelorette parties, a 21-year-old's birthday party in there. So we had about 60, 70 people in there
Yeah, there you go.
last Thursday night.
oh, so you can get quite a crowd when you're there.
Absolutely.
Awesome, man, and that's all through Twisted Mics and all
Yep,
that, right?
Twisted Mike's Music Entertainment.
Yep. Which they have a Facebook.
Yep,
right?
we do have a Facebook. Check us out there. Check out Full Throttle Fridays. That's another thing we do. That's a big deal. But yeah.
Yeah.
Nice shirt.
Yeah. Wilkins just walked in. Thanks a lot, new guy. It's okay.
Did you go to
Is
that
right?
show? Huh? Did you go?
No fan.
In case you're not,
He was already here. I did my Matt
Yes,
Wilkins invitation.
that's right. He is wearing a King Diamond shirt, and it's amazing. So, Driz, you like that one? No. That was my first album.
I know.
My first album.
I was screaming
Thank you.
because I listened to the pilot, and you guys are talking about. We were talking about what was it? Concept albums,
Yeah.
and I was like, them.
Yeah, them.
And then the first one was like, oh, I'm going to talk about King Diamond. I was like,
Yeah. You're like, I need to be with these guys.
then I said, you shall be mine.
Awesome. But
Well,
anyways,
you're gonna have to listen to this podcast for you to hear what I did my invitation on you.
yeah,
So
it was pretty spot on.
yeah, it was spot on. What did you say?
Now I
You're
wanna
gonna have to
know.
listen to it. I'm not gonna tell you.
By the way, we have our guests here, John Carmichael, Bobby Thornton. You know these guys. So, but anyways, we're just talking about John with Twisted Mics, and he DJs down at the Broken Saddle, which every Thursdays.
Ladies' night.
Ladies'
Yep.
night.
Yeah, come on out, ladies.
What'd you say? Full Throttle Fridays.
Yeah.
And various other things around the quad. So check them out if you get a chance. I mean, I know I'm not a huge country fan, but I go down there and hang out.
Oh, yeah.
What did we do a couple nights?
We did I think we've done a pop punk night down
Yeah.
there. We did a
New Wave. You did New Wave for me.
New Wave. Yep, that was pretty exciting. I
And
think we
then-
even went a little disco one time when it was a little dead in there, but
Hip hop night. We did hip hop
that was
night
good.
too. So he accommodates, depending on what time it is. So
Hey, I'm gonna make a request. Even though I'm not gonna be there tonight, will you play Garth Brooks' version of "Hard Luck Woman" by Kiss?
absolutely.
Thank you.
I can do that.
There he goes.
That's
I
a
like the
killer
deep
song.
ones.
That's
I
a
like when
killer
people-
song. He does
Little
a
Larry
good job.
Church, he's not so bad.
Yeah.
That guy's pretty good.
So, going along with kind of your field, I think you got a pick of the week for us.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
very interesting. That kind of has some ties.
Just bought this on vinyl actually too, which is kind of neat. That it's more of the outlaw country. See, personally, I'm a fan of the old school. You got your Whalens, your Merles, and your all of them. But yeah, Willie Nelson.
Mr. Johnny Cash.
I like music that has some substance in it. But what I got is Whitey Morgan and the 78s the Sonic Ranch album that came out earlier this year. Okay. But it's pretty dark, man. It's pretty heavy. A lot of issues in there. He likes to get out and talk about.
So he's more of a
Straight up honky tonk, blues.
but a newer guy doing this.
Absolutely. He's
kind of
carrying on.
throwback.
He's carrying on the tradition. You know, what I mean, there's a couple of them out there like that.
Yeah.
He's in the forefront. He's leading the charge. Kind of going against the Luke Bryans and the you know what I mean, the Jason Aldeans and all of that. Yeah.
Somebody has to.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, you see what that douchebag said about old country? What's that guy, Luke Bryan?
Right, no.
He talked about that old country.
He said he's no outlaw. He sings about what he likes, not what people want to hear, or something along those lines. He ruffled some feathers.
He sings about jacked up trucks
Yeah.
and drinking in cornfields.
Yeah.
That's the cool guys.
Bonfires,
That's the
yeah,
cool
whiskey.
country guys.
I thought country music was about getting liquored up and smacking your woman around.
Wow, you're gonna find that right here on this album. You're gonna find
with Whitey Morgan.
good time. I mean, such songs like "Good Time and Man." You want to talk about? You know what I mean? A little
He
different.
says "Kiss Her When She Cries" on there.
Yeah.
That's a good album. A good song.
So you're familiar with
I
him.
am familiar with Whitey Morgan. Yeah.
Quake, have you heard these
Yes.
guys before?
I'd say one of his most popular songs right now, something that maybe like help you get in there, is "Waiting Around to Die." If you want to see somebody that sounds just like Johnny Cash, man, like it's almost like somebody hit a fader button on him. You know what I mean? Johnny Cash is gone, and now here comes Whitey Morgan, and you would definitely find some feeling out of this.
And you said you own this album.
I
on
do
vinyl.
it. Yeah, it was $10. I got it online.
Are you planning to see him when he's coming down on Rip
Yeah,
Road?
yeah. I'm gonna be down there. I think it's July 25th.
Saturday
I'm gonna check my
night
ticket.
after
Yep.
Great White.
So yeah, he's a good show.
So what is it that kind of, I mean, is this something that you'd rather listen to over the stuff that you play, or are you okay with listening to stuff that you play all the
You know,
time?
I think it's all comparative. You know, I mean, each thing has its place. You know what I mean? But don't claim to be something that you're not. As long
Yeah.
as what you're singing about is what you do, and I'm fine with it. You know, but I like, this stuff's more mellow. This is kind of sitting around drinking music.
Yeah.
I want to party sometimes. I'm going to crank up the tunes. You know what I mean? And they may be a little newer,
Yeah.
but I want to get the party going too. So.
Gotcha. So, I mean, and I know the people that come to Broken Saddle,
A lot of young guys.
Yeah.
A lot of them don't know who Whitey Morgan is. I'm going to tell you that.
That's why I dig having you being the DJ there, because you'll play some stuff like that. I mean, I've been there when you're at work in the prime time. You played some pretty good shit.
I've dropped some George Jones right in the middle of the night on a Friday, and everybody just kind of looks at me stupid, and I look at them like they're stupid.
Because they don't know country music.
Yeah.
Once again, George
Yeah,
Jones.
they want to hear. They want
Get
to hear
liquored up on
about.
Jack Daniels, smack Tammy Wynette around. Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, but that didn't work out so good
pistol.
for Willie.
No.
Oh, Willie Nelson didn't work out so good for him. His old lady sewed him into the bed sheets and worked him with a baseball bat. So
It didn't work so well for George Jones either. He was in prison for a
Yeah,
while.
because those women, if they're real country women, they're probably not easy to smack around.
Yeah,
you know,
there you
they're,
go, man.
they're about just as tough. So
depends how much they have to drink. All women are easy to smack around.
we get it going, man. We reach out to everybody down there. Like I said, a lot of guys come in there and they're fearful of not hearing that kind of stuff, and that's something that I really. You gotta respect where you come from, know where you're going.
Which is why I wanted to bring you onto the show, because this is what we are. We're just a bunch of guys that talk about all kinds of music. Music and the page, Quad City Music Lovers, Collectors, and Traders. We love all kinds of music, and whether it's
Don't hand it to me.
the outlaw country, the regular country, whatever. We try to show it some love, but
Hey, you
love
like
Nickelback.
what you like. You know what I mean? That's what I
Nickelback.
said. Yeah, you know what I mean? They make good money, so that's, I can't be
Hey,
mad
shut
at
your
them
mouth.
for making money. You know, they make a little more than I do.
Yeah,
so.
for sure, man. But
I think we need to just do a whole Side C podcast show about why
Nickelback
does Victor love Nickelback?
and we
Got
can do
something to do
that.
with wieners.
You know, a concert costs 45 cents, don't you?
Butt plug.
That's what it is.
5 cents, Nickelback featuring 50 Cent or
Bobby
something like
Thornton.
that. I messed it all up, but it's funnier
Bobby
now.
Thornton with the Nickelback joke. Hey, we could do 2 hours. It'll be more than the Greg Thompson.
You probably could get 50 cents for 50 cents now, though. I mean,
Oh
shit.
yeah.
He's not even worth 50 cents.
No, that's probably why his checks are all written out 50
Guys,
cents. They cashed him, you know what I mean?
Guys, it's 50 cents.
50 cents.
You can't.
It's not 50 cents.
as soon as it
It's
becomes
Title 7 now, Chapter
it's
7 now.
When you have a penny, it's 1 cent, right?
Yeah.
You have 2 pennies, it becomes 2 cents.
When you
ghetto
like
slang.
gangsta, you drop the S.
Yes, there you go.
He dropped the ball.
Yeah, you did. There you go.
He dropped his career.
Yeah.
And the ball
Now
bounced.
he's negative 50 cents.
Now he's gonna be like MC Hammer. He's gonna sign with Death Row Records and then lose everything again.
Yep.
There you go. I mean,
You'll be seeing him Dancing with the Stars in no time.
yes, Dancing with the Stars, Celebrity Apprentice. Oh wait, never mind. So,
Wow.
Oh, okay, I forgot about that one. Anyway, so.
Election time.
Well, listen, man. Thanks for that pick because let me jump from that pick to mine because you kind of, I'll say, inspired me to kind of jump into this
That's
little
what I
bit.
like.
So I went with Hank 3 straight to hell, which I know Wilkins, you were a big fan when I
See,
had
now
texted.
you're in the middle there, too. You're not quite country and
Yeah.
not quite rock yet, but
Yeah.
he finds his middle ground.
He said, we got both kinds, country and western.
Exactly, and he's talking about like there's some pretty. Most of those songs are with the drug use.
That's not
And
that's
the
not the one
drinking.
with 3 Shades of Black, but that's a good song.
Yeah,
That's a good.
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
I was trying-
no.
I was trying to think some of the songs that were on that one.
Dick
I
and
looked it up.
Dixie.
Oh, that's my favorite song.
But the title for it was the actual long title is "Let's Put the Dick Back in Dixie
and the
and the
cunt
cunt back in country." That's that's an agreeable term, right? I mean that's like that kind of hates along the pop punk or the not pop punk, the country pop country
It's
stuff.
okay
right?
to say cunt, isn't it?
I don't
To
know.
them it
No,
is,
we're
I
talking
think
about
so.
country. So.
Well, like, in the
Hank 3 is a crossover of country and punk, right? That's
Pretty
Yeah.
much, I mean, yeah, because he's got a punk band called Asshat.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
I mean, he's got an album actually that is definitely not country, but it's him singing it. You know.
And Driz,
Well, I mean, he was the bass player for Super Joint Ritual too.
Joint Ritual, which they're actually going on tour again. Yes, they are. Another time.
yeah. When I was talking, oh, what the hell? Jesus, I just got terrified.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner,
the
once
show.
again.
She's winking at you.
She's listening to the Side T
I
podcast.
don't know if anybody else knows, but Jake ain't looked away from the TV. So
Because I'm
Anyways, what I was talking about earlier with Driz is
he's like, it's okay.
what was the term that we found? Neo-traditional
Country.
country, which is
She's pretty.
that's a pretty
It's making the old stuff new again. Man.
Yeah,
It's
so-
recycling it. But like, I don't know where you're gonna find another country artist singing a song "Satan is Real." You know
yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
That's
Satan's
Hank 3 right there.
straight to hell.
He calls
Opening
his
track.
lady fans Hell Betties.
Hell Betties.
Have you seen the Hell Betties page on
Yeah,
Facebook?
they got a calendar.
Check that out.
I will.
They have a calendar too, if you really would like to partake.
I think I might have to just throw on some boots sometime. I don't know. No, but anyways,
Got some boots.
there you go.
And the thing is that I like Hank 3, but I'm a Bo Cephas fan. I mean, I love his dad. And that's what I love. I love that Southern rock sound. The later Southern rock sound. The early Hank Jr. stuff when he was doing the copycat stuff from his dad. I wasn't into that. But when he went out and did his own thing, he did that Southern rock style. Yeah. The Hank live disc, the first one, the Hank Jr. live.
Hank
Fantastic.
Jr. is the man, and he used to be a studio musician. Nobody wanted to give him a chance either. And he was, he wasn't doing the country thing then. He was hardcore rock.
For me, it goes Hank 1, Hank 3, Hank 2. And it really does. Like, you can't beat. I mean, Hank Williams is like the original emo artist of all time.
All right,
You know,
fair enough.
but like I just never got into Hank 2. I really didn't.
Really?
Yeah, I never did. Never did.
Tearing my beer and
Probably because every Monday night I saw him for years and years and years, and this made me want to put a bullet in my head.
Odeon in Denver. That's a great song, man.
I mean, John, I know you'll appreciate this because you're a pro wrestling fan like I am. Absolutely. And I think I brought this up on the podcast before, but the reason this album in particular sticks out to me is that one of the pro wrestlers, he's an indie wrestler, Michael Elgin, he does Ring of Honor and stuff. You're aware.
Familiar.
He uses Country Heroes as a theme song. So he was the Canadian Crazy Horse, Michael Elgin, and when Country Heroes would come on, everybody would go crazy because they know it's Michael Elgin. And that's how, when I talk to wrestling fans alike, they were like, yeah, man, just some of the stuff that indie wrestlers use, I never knew about. So, and that's how it kind of came along, Hank 3 and that album. Well, 2006, I think, was the album when it came out. So.
Great way you find new music, man.
So-
You never know where you'll find it.
Exactly. The pro wrestling thing always is gonna have call me whatever, but it's always gonna have a spot in my heart. So, Hank 3, Straight to Hell, man. Great album, great listen. One,
I really enjoy Hank 3's stuff. It's one of those things. I'm sorry, I'm a little late to the party.
no, you're fine. Thanks for joining.
But no, it's enjoyable. It's kind of some of it's kind of tongue in cheek, but it's not what you would consider. Because like I said, I love my daughter, bless her heart, but she's a big Luke Bryan fan and all that type of thing. I know.
Hold on, Luke Bryan and then My Chemical Romance. She likes
No. I'm talking about my older daughter.
Oh.
My middle daughter, not my oldest daughter is the one that still has a little bit of sense in her head. But Madeline, my daughter, she gonna hear her name and get pissed off. But she likes the new country stuff, and she'll play it on my when I go to pick her up at St. Louis. So when it's something like this, like I've got 3 Shades of Black on my phone, and she goes, "This song sucks." And I was like, "If it wasn't for this, you wouldn't have that."
Yeah.
But her and I are big fans of the Highwaymen. So.
But I think, I don't know, kind of like, rock and metal, there's so many subgenres now that almost country is becoming that. There's
Well, if you
subgenres
listen-
in country
if
now.
you listen to like a lot of, especially Poison, their ballads sound almost like country songs, and it's I guess it was kind of a no-brainer when.
Speaking of crossovers, Steven Tyler actually just came out with a country song. He's writing a country album.
So did Bret Michaels.
So did Bret Michaels. But that's what it is. There's so much. I don't think there's much barrier within music anymore. It's all
But
music.
here's where I disagree with that is because this is why I say it's a cash grab.
Well, of course it is.
They're not making it in rock and roll anymore. Their voice can't take the stringent rock, the levels they have to sing it at. Country music is very monotone. They can get away with doing it.
So you feel that way maybe a little bit?
I can see, yeah, definitely. I can see,
Well, it's like with
Kid
that
Rock
dude,
did,
Hootie and the
why not
Blowfish.
everybody else?
Oh, Darius.
Yeah.
Yep.
Personally, I wish Chad Kroger and Kid Rock would drive off Thelma and Louise style off of a ravine, but that's just me. No offense.
No? Yeah, man.
Aaron Lewis is the only one I cannot stand crossing over into country, man. That's just awful.
Can we talk about this? Where did we talk about it? Did we talk about it on the show? Aaron Lewis?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did talk about that. So, he does like acoustic things too.
It's no good.
But hey, man. So that's my little tribute to you there, John. So I'm glad I'm glad I
Stick
got
to the old stuff.
re-listen to that kind of stuff too. So
You know what's going to happen is
what?
James Hetfield and Metallica are going to cross over and do that bullshit.
That's when I'm going to to be up on the
With
Centennial
two-
Bridge,
with
picking people off.
Two
My
acoustic
daddy's
guitars
fancy
in
rifle.
front of them.
Yeah, just
How much of an event is going to happen?
Or a
They've
fiddle.
already
Oh
covered
my
Bob
God,
Seger. They're
double
getting
fiddle.
close.
Hey, Ron Keel's the first one to do it, man. I'm just saying.
Ron Keel does that whole
Cowboy,
Brooks
metal
and
cowboy
that
thing.
Brooks and Dunn thing where he pretends like he's Kick Brooks or whatever
I'm Kate Brooks.
dipshit Dunn or whatever. Yeah, he does that.
Or dipshit done.
I was one more little tidbit that I found interesting was apparently it was the first country album to have a parental advisory sticker on it. Hank 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't have them back then.
Back
but
in the
you
day,
know,
yeah.
Well, I mean, they had them in '88 is when they started using them.
Well, you got to
So-
remember though, that's back when everybody started. This whole kind of new country thing kind of started was back then. That's when you got guys like Garth and Tim McGraw.
Yeah,
and,
Indian Outlaw. Remember that? That had the parental advisory sticker on that.
Damn, if I hear that song, it'll be stuck in my head because I make up the words. I don't know what he's actually saying.
Something about half-breed Indian.
He's an Indian outlaw, half Cherokee and Choctaw.
Yeah.
Motherfucking Chippewa.
That's what it's
Hey,
about.
by the way, Highwayman's Chris Christopherson.
It's Chris Christopherson,
Johnny Cash.
Waylon Jennings, Johnny Cash,
Merle Haggard.
Merle Haggard.
That's right. I think I was.
No, Willie Nelson.
And Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson,
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash, Chris Christopherson, and
Merle Haggard.
Merle Haggard. That's it.
And I remember. I think I was looking them up during the super group because I was like trying to figure something out, but we got that one.
And you're talking about like crossover country rock acts. That Shooter Jennings, man, his albums are out of sight.
And he's having relations with Drea De Matteo.
Bon Jovi went there, but they didn't go there all the way, man. They kind of
Well, they had that song,
lost highway. They
Yeah.
just terrible.
but it was played all over
But it's Bon
country radio.
Jovi, man. Like I always said, that guy could take a dump and people would buy it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Soccer moms and fat girls, that's who buy that stuff. Because I'm sorry, man. Bon Jovi hasn't had anything good since. Oh, well, that's right, he hasn't. No.
Well, Dre,
I like Slippery When
I
Wet.
like Bon Jovi.
I know you do.
I'm not afraid to admit it.
I think we can all agree Dre Di Matteo.
But didn't even Def Leppard try to dip into that whole country thing too? Didn't they do something on the Country Music Awards where they
You
did
know
a
about
duet?
that, John?
What is that?
Def Leppard?
Yeah,
Did something with country music?
Tim McGraw.
They did.
Yeah.
With Tim McGraw, right?
No, they were going to, but they're like, look, man, we like our drummers.
It was with a chick, one of the chick country singers. They did something, didn't they?
Miranda Lambert probably.
Was it Guns N'
No, it
Roses
wasn't Miranda
and
Lambert.
Miranda Lambert? Wasn't Guns N' Roses? She sang a Guns N' Roses song.
Sweet Child of Mine.
Yeah,
It was Carrie Underwood that did a good job.
Carrie Underwood and Def Leppard.
I think so.
Yeah, it was on that something from Sparkle Lounge or whatever the album was.
Yeah.
I
We'll
love
talk about a Triple X album, though. Back to that. David Allan Coe.
Oh, David Allan
Most people
Coe.
don't know the real David Allan Coe because the one song that ever made it really popular was So Soft and Sweet, and then he had some real albums out there. Though.
He wrote tons of shit for everybody else too. A lot of
Yeah.
stuff that was popular.
Well, that's
he wrote.
just it. I mean, you hear a song like that, and you're like, oh, this isn't so bad. And you start hearing the album cuts, and you're like, oh my god, my ears are bleeding. He's like the Lisa Lampanelli of country music.
Has anybody heard the new Bret Michaels country song, dude? It's the worst song ever written, dude. I
Has anybody heard
swear.
anything Bret Michaels has done in the last 10 years? That's awesome.
Terrible.
Hold on.
He had a rated Triple X album like David Allan Coe. It was pretty gnarly, man. I can't even. Just for the sake of listening, I can't even bring up what's
I have
on
it at
there
home
because
and-
it's just PC, you know.
We'd
Can't
be in a
talk
lot of
about it.
shit
We'd
if
be
we
in a lot of
talked
trouble.
I think
I think I'm
that's
gonna start doing Bret Michaels, get a wig and just wear a bandana all the time.
I'm pretty sure I saw him at karaoke with the Hawkeye last night. Jeez, I'm sure he would be there too. You know the way his career's going.
singing his own songs, trying to think, oh, I hope people notice it's me. So, all right.
Unfortunately, when they
I don't
do
have
that,
a problem
they
with
walk
these guys
away.
doing
Yes,
this thing, but it's got to be good though. It can't be
Well,
terrible.
yeah, I mean, if you're going to do something like this, at least pay homage. At least do it well.
Right.
Don't half-ass anything.
The
You
Bret
know?
Michaels country album sucks, by the way.
It's terrible.
I have heard one song. Girls dancing on bar tops or something like that. It's not written by him. You can obviously tell that. And I don't know, he's trying to make it a power ballad and it just sounds really cheesy.
Well, I'll take your word for it. I'm probably not going to listen to it. So.
Totally not going to listen to it, just so anyone knows.
If you want to waste 5 minutes, you know, if you're waiting for a bus or something, I don't know, give it a
I'll send
listen.
it to you tonight.
Yeah.
They had an interview with Ricky Rocket about how Poison they come together and
About kidnapping kids and taking them over state lines?
no.
Rock of Love Bus? Is that the Rock of Love Bus? Is that it?
Music, not about politics or whatever.
Well, he totally did that, but go ahead.
Yeah, he did. But here's the thing: is like what he says is like Poison. We're not. All we are is a nostalgia band. We're just a novelty now.
Yep.
He's like what Bret Michaels is doing right now is he's just doing a nostalgia act. It's
100%.
Poison is a nostalgia band. What Bret Michaels is doing solo is a nostalgia act, and that's what it is. It's not new music.
Carney.
Well, like, did you come out that interview that he did for that show on VH1 Classic?
When he was when they were at his
Drumworks?
Yeah, his Drumworks.
Yeah, he came out and basically said, he goes, we're not playing new songs. We are a nostalgia act. We are a corporate gig. It's a paycheck. And,
But nobody else has had the balls to say that.
right.
Well,
But,
the thing is, it's all owned by Bret Michaels.
well, no.
So
Like,
Bret Michaels could come out with anybody dressed like CC DeVille and dressed like Ricky Rocket,
that's
dressed
what-
like the bass player guy.
Their best album was out CC DeVille, if you ask me.
Was Richie Kotzen?
Yeah,
was.
Well, not Crackers.
Native Tongue.
Native Tongue, thank you.
Didn't
Yeah,
he
with
bang?
Richie Kotzen.
Didn't he bang Bret Michaels?
Bret Michaels band and a Poison band.
He banged some of these.
Ricky Rocket.
And they sing certain songs.
And then Ricky Rocket took a kid across.
Some
state
of them
lines.
can't sing certain songs, I don't think, than the other ones.
See what happens to a man?
Are they the ones that came with the Rock District?
Yeah, Bret Michaels band. When
It's the same kind of
yeah,
thing.
because I had picked up Lou Graham from Foreigner, and they were sitting there talking, and Bret Michaels band was there that week. But yeah, he was able to sing certain Poison songs, but Poison was also touring at the same time Bret Michaels was doing his solo act, and they couldn't sing certain songs.
Right.
But of course, he owns Nothing But a Good Time. That's the only song anybody ever listens to.
Pretty much. So, pretty much. But well, hey man, like I said, dude, it's been cool. This is exactly how I was thinking it would turn out, and hoping it turned out. So hopefully, people are going checking out Whitey Morgan, Hank 3, man.
Yeah, listen
So,
right now. You should be listening to that right now.
Yes, after our podcast.
After this is
After
over.
the podcast.
I will check it out.
Remember Hard Luck Woman tonight.
Yep.
Hard luck woman. So again, you can check out John down at the Broken Saddle every Thursday.
Yep, look him on Facebook, man.
Love that song.
John Hazard, John, as I like to call him Driz, but that's a story for another time.
Did you
so,
say jizz?
Driz,
Oh, I
John
said
Driz
Jizz.
Carmine.
I know, I was like, wow.
So yeah, man, thank you for coming on. I appreciate having you, man. So, but if you don't mind, we're gonna jump over to there it is. There it is. Awesome. Wilkins is showing us a little love on his music. So, Well, I'm gonna jump over to Bobby. Bobby, welcome back, man.
How you doing, man?
So how are you doing?
Good, I'm good.
I know you kind of dip out.
Well,
but you
yeah,
got some
I
time
had to come back because Matt gave me shit last week for leaving. So
Well, we're glad
I
you
gave
came
you
back.
love on Facebook stuff.
you did.
I showed my brother some love.
How'd you say it? Oh, you pulled that rock star shit on us. You had to go.
The big league, right?
Yeah, he's big time this.
My pick of the week is Love Hate Blackout in the Red Room, man.
Boy.
Loving.
Was released February 22nd, 1990. It's great.
Yeah, I love it.
Columbia Records, produced by Tom Werman. He's done the LA Guns doc, and his list goes on and on. The guy's touched just about everything. So, I don't know, Blackout in the Red Room, Tumbleweed.
Well, here's the thing about this album. It was a 1991 release. Is that 1990 release. I'm gonna move this mic around. This is the thing about this album. When it came out, once again, we talk about albums that were out way ahead of their time. This album was probably out 2 years too early. Once again, it was caught in between the end of the hair days and caught between the grunge era. And then here you go. If it would have came out maybe 2 years earlier, 2 years later, it might have had more commercial success than what it did.
I'm thinking 92, 93, somewhere around there. If it had came out, it would have took off with the rest of the scene at the time, I think.
Yeah.
It wasn't like the Nirvanas and all that stuff that was going on at the time, but it wasn't hair metal either, man. It was a whole new ballgame. It was just
The only similarity that they had to hair metal was the singer. If you listen to him, he sounds kind of like a cross between Dizzy Earl.
It's Jizzy Pearl.
No, the dude from Girl School.
Dizzy Dean.
Dizzy Dean and Tom Kiefer. I mean, he sounds like a cross between the two.
Yeah, I can see that.
The thing about it is their bass player is outstanding.
Man, Skid is amazing.
Skid, yeah.
Amazing.
He's a great guy.
Did I miss Jizz? Somebody said Jizz again?
Dizzy Pearl.
Dizzy Pearl.
Okay. All right.
Who is singing for Quiet Riot now.
Oh.
Yeah, and he does an amazing job.
He did the Rat gig
So
for like
tired
4
of
or
all
5
this
years.
amazing words in here.
Cowboy Bobble. Some of that dude was like Cowboy Bobble.
He did the Rat gig for like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's seen him with Rat. He was really good in Rat. I mean, he did a great job in Rat.
And it was Karabi together. That's what
Yeah,
Bobby told me. I didn't realize.
Yeah, and then did you see him with LA Guns?
Yes, I did. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I like the album they put out with Jizzy Pearl. Live, I didn't. It's hard for me because it's not Phil Lewis, man. I'm sorry.
But I thought he did a great job.
He did. Now, I'm not taking nothing away from the guy. He's a great singer. Mm-hmm. I mean, I just wish this band here doesn't have a big enough following for them to get
They
back.
really
They
don't.
do. They go over to the UK and play.
Yeah, they're getting ready
They're
to
huge over there.
They're already doing the anniversary of that album,
Yeah.
front to back over there.
And Jizzy Pearl does stuff with Dizzy Reed from Guns N' Roses.
Yep.
They do that. It's called
Hookers and Blow.
Hookers and Blow. Well, for a while they were doing sets of Love Hate and
Yeah.
Dizzy Reed songs.
Yeah.
So that was the last time I actually got to see him do a bunch of Love Hate stuff. It was probably about 6-7 years ago.
Oh, really?
You know, once again, we were talking about that period between when the hair bands were dying and in between grunge. We need to do a podcast on the bands that got stuck right in between there. The Babylon ADs, the Love Hates. There's other there's other bands you can go on about that.
Oh, yeah.
The Shark Island.
Would you consider Rat one of those bands?
Who?
Rat?
Absolutely not.
No, Rat was
I think they-
way
okay.
before.
They had commercial success for a lot of years. They were huge.
Well, Rat
Honestly,
was-
there was a time when Rat was selling more records than Motley Crue.
Really?
They were.
Well, as a matter of fact, didn't Motley Crue open for Rat, and then all of a sudden turned around and Rat was opening for Motley
Yeah,
Crue?
yeah.
Motley Crue took off a little later. I mean, they had success with their first couple of records, but
Yeah.
when Theater of Pain and Girls came out, then Rat kind of took the back seat because they just ran with it.
Because they had a pretty little singer.
But you know, like for instance, like remember the band, Circus of Power, or remember Warrior Soul. All those bands were stuck right in between there. They were like right in
Or
the
even
middle.
Bang Tango is another one.
Bang Tango,
Bang
yeah.
Tango was a great
All these bands were stuck right in between there. Saigon Kick, another band that got lodged right in between, and they couldn't break out of there because, for whatever reason, the evolution of rock and roll was changing, and they were just kind of spinning in the same place over and over again.
A whole bunch of opening slots for the bands that already made it at the time. They never broke out.
First time I seen these guys, I don't know, it was the Razor's Edge tour. There was the AC/DC tour in Cedar
nice.
Rapids. They opened
I was
up.
there.
for
I was
them
at
on
that
this-
show.
yeah,
That's
remember,
right. Yes.
Remember he come out with a big beer can cross mic stand, and then I seen them in like '93. They were kind of on their way out then, but they played a small club in Florida with Dio, and it was just killer.
Nice. So I bet that was probably quite a good time for them. So what is it? Blackout in the Red Room?
Blackout in the Red Room.
Do you own this Do you own it yourself?
Absolutely, I own it on vinyl and
I was-
CD.
Oh, vinyl and CD.
What about cassette or 8-track?
I used to own it on cassette, but not anymore.
I bet my brother, Big J Wilkins, has that on cassette. I guarantee he does. If he does not, I guarantee he does.
Which we will try to accommodate to get him on, man, because
It's going to be a Sunday night EP. He's a great guy.
Dude, you'd probably be along. Better to get Sasquatch on here because he's easier to get a hold of.
And my vinyl is signed by Jizzy Pearl, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice, man. Awesome.
Right.
Well, hey,
No,
man.
man, once again, an album that was ahead of its time in so many ways, but once again, it was stuck in that parallel or whatever you want to call it between
void.
grunge, the voyeur between grunge and hair metal, and it just got stuck and it never got to go any further. It just Junkyard was part of that too.
Oh, yeah. Junkyard was
Yep.
great.
They were a great band, man.
There was so many bands that got locked in there.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Bobby, man.
Absolutely, bud.
Hey, we're always welcome to have you back on the show, man. But again, bringing some good stuff to the table. The Babylon AD, man. Checked it out. It's good stuff, man.
Did you check it out?
I did. I checked out a little bit of
It's
it
a great
when I was.
I own 2 copies.
There you go.
I have it on vinyl.
Yeah.
Yeah, he owns one from Botswana. It's made with the tears of elephants.
The other one from Kazakhstan.
Yeah, he's got
signed
the
by
comics.
Borat himself.
Yeah,
So, all right,
he's
man.
got one signed by Osama bin Laden.
That'd be awesome.
I would love to see it. All right, man. Quake, what do you got for us today, man?
Oh man, I'll be honest. When Nez texted me this morning, he goes, "What are you gonna do?" I'm like, "Oh,
He's like, oh, I'll just retread what I did last week.
close, but no cigar." Yeah. I decided to do the first Buck Cherry record because then I had to do a lot of homework with it. So
So when you sent me that text message, Buck Cherry ST period one. There's a Buck Cherry album called Buck Cherry Street? That's what I was thinking, because I'm not a Buck Cherry fan.
Yeah, right.
So like, I went ST period, and I put it in Google, and it came up with, self-titled, gotcha.
yeah.
That's why you, sir, are not a crazy bitch.
Hey, this is way before that.
Yes, he is.
No, this came out in '99, so it was like in April. I remember I was up late I was doing homework or something like that, and I was watching MTV back when they used to play videos.
You never did a day of homework in your life, don't you? Lie, boy.
No, I was studying for something. I remember I had to. 'Cause I was
Just spelling words?
probably.
Still Buck Cherry.
SUCK.
Damn.
Hey, man, sorry, man.
That was good. So I was staying up late, and then I saw the video for Lit Up. I was like, what the hell's going on here? It's like they're all like tatted up. They're playing Les Pauls. I was like, this is not bad. They got some guitar solos going on. Remind me of a lot of Guns N' Roses. And then I thought Josh Todd kind of sounded like Steven Tyler a little bit. It's like, all right, I'm gonna go pick this up. So I did some yard work around the house. Got to go to Walmart and buy it. I was like,
The edited version. Right?
yeah, and I was like,
that?
yeah, I was
Crazy
like,
beep?
Yeah, it's good. Okay, Buck Cherry edited version.
Yeah.
Wow, beep, 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 and your beep, 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 beep.
Might as
You
well-
want to beep, beep,
might as well just release the whole Beep album.
album. That's the end of what it being. I was like, this sucks. So I went to Best Buy later and bought it. Like 2 months later, found I actually had an extra song on it. But
Now, is this because like Co-op didn't have it, maybe? Or
no, because I was poor, and let's be honest, Best Buy is cheaper.
Okay, all right.
Hey, not,
Shit there anymore, though.
No, you can't, not anymore.
no, again, I
It was
was.
at one time they had the best collection of CDs ever.
Yeah.
You can find anything at Best Buy.
Right.
You
Yeah,
can't
they
really
all-
find. That's another thing. I mean, this whole thing. This is what's important about what we're doing here with the podcast and all that kind of thing. Because there is not, guys. I mean, it's falling apart. I mean, people don't want to buy music on vinyl anymore, or there are a finite group of people that are like, hell yeah, I'll buy this on. Like Nez will buy it on vinyl, cassette, stone tablet. Tattooed on a dead Yakuza's guy's back.
Yes.
I mean, you'll have them all, and that's great, but that doesn't happen that
There's
much.
not enough of those people, and I will say this about the vinyl thing. That is kind of making a comeback, and a lot of like
Thank you, Ragged Records.
Ragged.
Yeah,
Ragged,
Bob Harrington, man.
I'm telling you, they got the great selection of players and all that stuff. But like I'm saying in general, vinyl is making a nice comeback. I won't say great, but it's making a nice comeback. And it's nice to see. Like, I have a nice little collection, but of stuff that I've came across that I just happen to stumble upon. But
Well, hey, here's the thing about it, is that vinyl's making a comeback, cassettes are making a comeback. That means my dad just got an 8-track player he's going to give to me. I'm waiting for the 8-track to make
You know
a
that
comeback.
Cheap Trick released an 8-track 2 albums ago. They did a limited edition run of 8 tracks.
There was an 8-track, special edition 8-track last record store day.
Oh, really?
oh, yeah, I think
Cheap
who
Trick's
was-
playing
don't
Porterville
recall.
next
I
weekend.
know they are.
Where?
Oh,
Corville
Ragbri.
for Ragbri.
yeah, they just
It'll be on the
announced
river.
that. Yeah, that's gonna be a cool
I'll be in
show.
Florida, son of a bitch.
Yeah. So, anyways, back to your
Oh,
charity.
yeah. No, I thought it was pretty cool because it was produced by Steve Jones from the Sex Pistols. So that's kind of when it got that little edge from on a couple of their songs. Other than that, no, that's about it.
Cool, man.
I got nothing else. I don't
No, it's as simple as that. We just
He didn't do his
Thanks.
homework.
Thanks for showing up.
No, no.
He didn't do his homework.
Wow.
He didn't
What
do
year
his
did the
homework.
album come out?
99.
99?
Yeah.
Emily was playing videos in 99?
Yeah.
They were, but only like late at night.
He watched it after the real world.
Yeah.
I did. I didn't love the room.
Road Rules Challenge.
I will admit, though, the first time I heard Lit Up, that is a pretty cool song. It is a pretty
The
cool
whole album's really good.
That first album was good. I liked it.
Everything after that sucks.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
the-
totally going
Greg
to Reverend
Thompson.
Greg Thompson on you.
Yeah. No, the first 2 records are really sleazy. Faster Pussycat, GNR, definitely. I mean, they opened up for Aerosmith.
They're
and-
better than Nickelback, I'll give you
Oh,
that.
Hey,
Yes.
hey now.
What is going on with this defense of Nickelback? I don't understand this crap.
I just don't get it.
They're the greatest band ever. So
Oh, man.
like I said, I'm going to do a whole 2-hour
Gene Simmons is going
podcast.
to sue you just for saying that.
I don't care. I'll just drop some pennies and he'll be fine. So
Victor's in desperate need of a blanket party, isn't he?
so anyways,
Start calling him Gomer Pyle.
nothing too crazy, man. I mean, that's like
no, it's just straight up. It's straight up rock. I mean,
What was crazy? They were so lit up on drugs. Like, no,
well, at least the lead singer was. Yeah. Maybe I don't know. The drummer was pretty
I mean,
fat.
I'm on drugs right now.
Can kids do drugs?
Not coke.
I did.
I was. I mean, from what I understand, back in the day, there was a guy who looked kind of like me that was chubby that used to do that.
I don't know who said I just did coke, but it was an imposter.
If I
Anyway,
did coke, I'd OD and have a heart attack. My
exactly.
heart can't take this shit.
But those guys probably can. So, oh wow, the soccer team. Now, if only like one of them was straight, anyway. So, so yeah, but Jake, quick, you always bring something interesting to the table. So,
Yes, he does.
was I was Elliott Smith. You talked about a couple episodes ago, and
Yeah.
I dug some stuff up on that one. That was
Did you really?
some good stuff. I don't remember what I listened to. I just listened to that mix.
Rest my son.
Now let's let the Mr. Lateness show up here. The new guy. He doesn't know what time or where to go. So
I knew
what
what
do you got, big
time.
guy?
Hey, give me my beer.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Okay, so my pick of the week is Lights, Camera, Revolution by Suicidal Tendencies.
Bam.
This album came out in July 3rd of 1990. I'm pretty sure I was standing in line to pick this album up when it came out. It followed a great album by this band called Controlled by Hatred, Feel Like Shit, Deja Vu,
Which was an EP.
which was an EP. But it followed that, and then a lot of the songs from that album ended up on this album.
And half of them were on How I Laugh Tomorrow If I Can't Smile Today.
Yes. And then, ironically enough, How I Laugh Tomorrow When I Can't Smile Today, 2 different versions ended up on this album.
Really?
Yes. This album, I had this whole area pinked out because this is the first real album of this band where they kind of shed their punk roots and went to just a thrash band. This is the second album featuring Robert Trujillo, who was playing with Metallica now. But this was the first album that he started with the band. The second album he was with the band. The first one he was credited as Stymie on the Feel Like Shit Deja Vu EP. He was credited as Stymie on that album. And another incestuous mark of the podcast, I don't think we've gone a week without mentioning the sumbitch's name, but he played for Glenn Hughes. He played for Glenn Hughes on Baptism of Fire.
Who did?
Glenn Tipton.
Glenn Tipton. Glenn Tipton from
Judas Priest.
Judas Priest. Never mind, I was high when I wrote that. Cocaine, fat kids do it too. So anyway,
They do.
so I mentioned Glenn Hughes anyway, just because we have to do that by law.
Yeah,
You always have to mention Glenn Hughes.
we're obligated.
Yes. So, like I said, this, and ironically enough, the number one single from this album was "You Can't Bring Me Down." It lost to "Stone Cold Crazy" by Metallica, who Robert Trujillo started playing for shortly after, in 2003.
I should have lost. Or sorry. Backwards. Sorry.
He's got the death stare.
Wow. So this album is one. Suicidal Tendencies for me has always been one of those bands. It's top 5. I mean, I won't, and you can give me the looks all you want, but for me, this album especially, this is one I'm doing my Jake Quigg pick of the month, because every one of these songs has meaning. If you listen to the lyrics in every one of these songs, to me, when I was a young guy, 1990, that was 2 years before I graduated from high school. You know, you're growing up, everything's happening, everything's starting to, you're starting to get hair on places you didn't have hair before. And so you listen to these songs like Emotion Number 13. If you don't know the song, look it up. The lyrics in that song specifically spoke to me. Highwaymen just came on the
Oh yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
So anyway, you can't bring me down. Give It Revolution, Get Waxed, Send Me Your Money, which was hilarious. Disco's In. I mean, all of these songs, they're all good songs from start to finish. Just can't be beat. And like I said, this was the second album. First album where Robert Trujillo was actually given credit, writing credits and credit as as his name and not a nickname.
Yeah.
So that was my this album. Like I said, this is one of the ones. It's like Dio's Holy Diver or Prince's Purple Rain. When you run it out, you go buy a new one. Right. When you scratch the CD too much, you go and get a new one.
And, and I'll say this, upon joining the group and whatnot, I didn't really know a lot about Suicidal Tendencies outside of what the main stuff was. All I Want's a Pepsi and all that, but this opens up a lot of a different sound, right? Like you said.
Oh yeah, no, it does. They were
thrash.
going that way. Their first album was
Self-titled.
the self-titled Suicidal Tendencies album. Thank you. Was a skate punk album. I mean, in their videos, they had guys doing skateboard tricks in the background.
They were the Venice Santa Monica.
Yes.
The whole Dogtown and Z-Boys.
Right.
Yes.
That was what it was.
Yes, they were all part of that whole crew. And then once they started to kind of transition away from that, and then they started becoming more and more of a metal band. And then by this time, I think they kind of solidified themselves as a thrash metal band. Rocky George is a phenomenal guitar player, one of my favorites. He always used to wear that same old school Pirates hat.
Pittsburgh Pirates
hat. Every time he saw me, he always had it on. So, and then Robert Trujillo I actually went to his Wikipedia page and read about him because of this, and all the stuff that he's done, and other people he's played with and whatnot. So
Ozzy Osbourne.
he played with Ozzy. He played with Black Label Society. He played with Glenn Tipton, not Hughes. He probably played with Glenn Hughes. You never know. He played with.
He probably did because he's got a funk to him.
I just remember the whole I don't know if it was a Saint Anger movie or something when they showed him trying out for the band.
Yeah.
They come in there, you need a pick? Hell no, the guy plays with his fingers like a monster.
That was the thing too. That's why one of the reasons why they hired him, because he was one of the first guys to audition with his fingers, playing Cliff Burton's songs with his fingers, not with a pick. Jason Newsted played with a pick, almost predominantly. I like Newsted. If you haven't heard, Newsted's new album is good stuff.
Right.
Jason Newsted's new stuff is good.
I've got the EP there.
Yeah, I mean, it was Soldier Head on it and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It is good stuff. Godsnake and Soldier Head.
I was really kind of shocked when he just up and left the band. I think he just had enough.
Well, he didn't. Well, he was kind of. It was kind of the way it was explained in the media was he wanted to do a side project. They told him no, but in the whole time, they're all doing side projects. But they told him he couldn't do it. So he's like, "F you guys, I'm leaving." Why did I say F you guys? I should have said fuck you guys.
There you
Generally, I wouldn't say F, but so anyway.
It'll be bleeped out.
You're feeling polite.
I was being polite for this one. So anyway, if you haven't heard this album, I mean, again, I say that every time. I mean it this time, just as much as I mean it every other time. This album is sonic from beginning to end.
And this is where the age difference in you and I are where we differentiate. This is where I started falling out of love with Suicidal Tendencies, because my thing was join the army and How I Laugh Tomorrow, If I Can't Smile Today were the albums. The debut album, the Join the Army album, which was on Caroline Records,
Yes.
and then the How Will I Laugh album, which was on CBS Records, I believe. Correct?
yes.
Yeah. And after those two, and then the Feel Like Shit Deja Vu album came out, the EP.
Mm-hmm.
And when this one came out, I was going, for me, it was they were still at that point they had the punk roots, and I felt like the punk roots had gone. They were trying to catch lightning in the bottle in the thrash era, and that was the moneymaker at the time.
Right.
It is what it is. But for me, that was the time when I'm listening to the Gorilla Biscuits and the Sick of It All and Cro-Mags and everything else. I'm going, what happened to Suicidal Tendencies? They're not a hardcore band anymore. They're not.
No, they weren't. But I think that it was for this particular band, it was a natural progression. I think that it wasn't one of those things where they were like, oh, this is what's selling right now, let's do this. I don't think Suicidal Tendencies have ever done that, because if you listen to what they're doing now, it's not much different than this. And so, you can't. Personally, I would never say that. I thought it was a cash grab or anything like that. I think it's a legitimate album. I think it's an honest album. I think it was it was on Epic. I think that may have been part of the issue. They were on Epic Records. Epic Records in 1990. Who wasn't on Epic Records if you were in heavy metal? I mean, really, good heavy metal. But I mean, and so this, this spawned a lot of different things. But like I said, this is definitely not a punk album, even remotely.
And don't you think, though, that part of the demise of the Suicidal Tendencies was Mike Muir, and he just could not keep a lineup in check? Rocky George was on the first. He was on Join the Army and How Will I Laugh, and he was on the Feel Like Shit, and
He was on
this,
through
and he was
Art
on
of
this
Rebellion.
Art of Rebellion. Then he left, and then Robert Trujillo was on Feel Like Shit, Lights, Camera, Revolution. He was on Art of Rebellion or not, or was he with Ozzy at that
Yes,
time?
he was with Ozzy at that time, but Robert Trujillo has played off and on with Suicidal Tendencies since Controlled by Hatred to the present.
So he's still playing with them when he's not
Off
playing
and
with
on,
Metallica?
yeah. And he has another side project, much metal, something like that. I can't remember what I can't remember. I read it, and that was a long time ago, so I forgot what it was. But I think he's the most accomplished of all of the alumnus from this band. The funny thing, I remember the Feel Like or How I Laugh Tomorrow album. On the front cover, all of them look like hardcore LA gangbangers, except for the one guy who had red hair and the biker mustache. And I'm like, could you try a little harder?
Look like a vato, man.
Well, that's the thing is the first album, the first self-titled album, Suicidal Tendencies. They were all Latino gangster looking. Every single one.
Suicidal Tendencies is the reason that I will still to this day wear my flannels with the first two buttons buttoned and my bandanas. I have done that. I've done that cholo style, and wearing them right now.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I represent La Raza for real, man. And this is why. I saw Mike Muir in their album, and I was like, what is his deal? And then I saw American Me, and I saw Blood In, Blood Out, and I'm like, oh, I know now. And just that little bit of Latino that I have in me, I'm like, oh, yeah.
Well,
And
that's
now
the
I actually
thing.
have a
yeah.
Pendleton flannel.
But the thing is that people just didn't understand the style at the time, because it was that Venice, San Monica, Vato.
It was Cholo style. It was the Cholo style, and that's exactly what it is. And people, kids in the Midwest were like, oh my God, what do they got going on here? And then, a little fat kid like me, I was like, this is kind of cool. I'm like, orale. And then my dad, I walk out one day, I got my flannel on, my Dickies, and my socks pulled up real high. And my dad looks at me, he's like, what the fuck are you trying to impress? So
Hola, mamacitas, man.
I was like, orale.
Well, what people don't really understand is that Mike Muir is a redhead with freckles.
Right.
So that's what he was. He was a redhead with freckles. He hid behind a scarf and sunglasses and
Did you guys see that picture of him? It's like the tag is Mike finally got his Pepsi.
Yes.
And it's got a picture of him like.
It says Mike on the Pepsi.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so.
Or the Coke. It was a Coke.
No,
He
no,
said,
no.
all I wanted was a Pepsi.
No, somebody got him like 12-pack of Pepsi. and-
Another thing is that people don't realize his brother was part of the original Z-Boys from Santa Monica.
Yes.
And he owns Dogtown Skates.
Really?
Mike wasn't a skater. He was a musician,
That's pretty interesting.
Yes. So anyway, one of my favorite albums.
pick.
I
Awesome
mean,
It's a great record.
it's a great album. This is what I was listening to when Bobby and I were first starting to really become real good friends. This is what I was listening to. Bobby's listening to Def Leppard and the Motley Crue and all that stuff. And we used to talk about this shit all the time back in the day. That's why I gave him shit about Bon Jovi earlier.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of a tongue-in-cheek, kind of a joke between the two of us. But now it's one of those things where we're starting to go like this. Because I'm starting to look back at the shit like Def Leppard and all that kind of stuff, and I'm like, well, this stuff wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
And then like we talked about last time on the show.
I listen to those guys now. I wouldn't have back then. I didn't. Absolutely not.
So anyway, that's my pick.
Open
And
up.
it wasn't
all.
because I didn't like them. I didn't know them. I didn't give them a chance.
Right.
And that's a lot of the problem today. A lot of kids aren't given any other things a chance. Maybe the hipsters every once in a while, but
I think what it is, and I think you guys will all agree with me, is that when we're like when we were in our late teens, early 20s, even late 20s, and maybe you don't even start realizing this when even when you're in your 30s, is that my God, there's a lot of great music. I don't have to listen to this. I don't have to pigeonhole myself into this genre of music. Once again, I say to you guys all the time, Hall & Oates is my guilty pleasure. And it's just what it is.
Sorry, I had something in my throat.
I specifically said no pigeons, by the way. Anyways, so yeah, and I mean it goes like for me, I was kind of going along with Jake. I was like, Slipknot got big about the time when I was in junior high and stuff, so I was listening to that kind of stuff. The Mudvaynes, the Slipknots, and I was just pretty much narrowing my stuff down to like that kind of metal, like the new metal, the heavy
That's the thing, I mean,
rock and stuff.
I've been blessed because I'm one of those kind of music fans that pays attention.
Yeah.
I pay attention to what people are listening to. And I got into the new metal stuff because of my brother Mike.
Yeah.
I got into Slipknot and Mudvayne and Disturbed.
Yep.
And
Seven Dust.
the crazy thing about those bands is I was playing in bands in the Quad Cities at the same time as Slipknot and Disturbed.
Yeah.
And those bands were all starting. And I'm like, how the fuck did I not know these guys? Or have I never heard of these guys? I'm like, how did that happen?
So kind of reiterating what Nez was saying, when you get older, you realize, holy shit, I don't have to listen to Slipknot, all the time. I can listen to like a New Order, or I can listen to Love 8, or Elliott Smith or something. So, and that's why we are the Quad City Music Lovers, Collectors, and Traders. So,
You got it right 2 weeks in a row.
So let me jump into this one because Nez, you kind of came along with a mystery pick.
Well, I'm bringing this album forward because all of our podcasts, I have made an error,
Okay.
and once again I always speak of the IRS years with Black Sabbath, and I always name off Tear, Cross Purposes, Headless Cross, and other ones. But I left off Dehumanizer because I never owned a copy of Dehumanizer on the IRS label years, and I own copies of it on the Reprise records, but I don't have it on the IRS years. I didn't do my homework well enough, and so I'm trying to clear the air here Dehumanizer was the 16th album for Black Sabbath, and this is the album where they brought Dio back for one album. He had been kicked out from Mob Rules, and they had went on a different direction, and they came back, and they hired Dio to come and sing vocals on this album, and lo and behold, it was on the IRS records. I didn't realize that. I did not do my homework.
Way to go.
Yeah, tell me about it. I felt like a dumb shit on this one. I was doing some little research of it, going, oh my God. How many podcasts have we done? And I've named off the albums.
Phil was great, man.
And so
About 30 or 40 of them.
well, so there you go. So anyway, like I said, it's the 16th album. It was the first Black Sabbath album that featured Dio on vocals and Vinny Appice on drums in 10 years. And it was also the first. It was the first time in 9 years that Geezer Butler joined back to Black Sabbath again. So he had been out of the band for 9 years before that. That was, Tony Iommi once again owns the name of Black Sabbath. Nobody else owns the name. Everybody else is a hired hitman, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, the album also was re-released with bonus content in February of 2011. I do not own that.
Yeah, they got.
Ooh,
They re-released a lot of their stuff.
Right.
I think
And it's like the legacy editions. They have like the first two were re-released with live tunes, alternate lyrics, extra bonus songs, demos, all that crap.
This album came out between. It was a 1992 release. It came out in between the Black Sabbath Tear album, which featured Tony Martin, and then Cross Purposes in 1994, which featured Tony Martin back on vocals. They actually brought Tony Martin back to the studio because they were not happy with the Dio's vocals on this one. They actually brought Tony Martin back to see how he sang some of the songs on it. Tony Martin wasn't happy with the way he was singing on it. Iommi was willing to give him a chance for it, to try to do it the right way. And Tony Martin was also in the middle of between doing a solo project called Back Where I Belong. Tony Martin just wasn't feeling the project. He left, and this all went on, shenanigans went on behind Dio's back. He had no idea that Iommi was auditioning Tony Martin to do this Dehumanizer album. So, and another little tidbit of this is that the demo drumming tracks on this album were done by Cozy Powell.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
So not Vinny.
Here's the reason why. Vinny Appice was brought in. Cozy Powell would have been the drummer for this album, but Cozy Powell broke his hips in a horse riding accident.
Whoa,
Riding
very
a
metal.
horse.
Very metal.
Very metal. So he couldn't.
If he
He
was
could.
jousting, that would be better.
Yeah, maybe he was. Maybe
He's
he
probably
was.
doing that trotting shit and fell off.
So, so they had to bring. They brought in Appice to fill in. So there are a ton of bootlegged demos of all these tracks with Cozy Powell drumming on it, and they said the market is flooded with them. I don't know where to go to try to find those. And you
Okay,
guys
so
know.
here's the thing. Here's my take on that. You could say that there's, there's a different drummer. It's gonna sound the fucking same.
No,
Yes, it is.
Not necessarily.
Yes, it is.
no.
You really
Are you
think?
trying to say that if Neil Peart came in to drum on these tracks, it would sound the same as Vinny Appice's?
Neil Peart is Neil Peart.
Cozy Powell is Cozy Powell. Have you seen the list of things that Cozy Powell has done?
Have you seen the list of things that I've done?
No, I have not. I know you've done the mean windshield.
I throw a mean windshield. That's fucking,
So anyway, back to the thing is that
that's
so
the
Vinny
IPA's
Appice,
talking. I'm sorry.
yeah, Vinny Appice was the replacement drummer for this album.
Quaaludes.
Yeah,
Hey,
So-
16 Quaaludes on the way here.
believe it or believe it or not, this album marked a resurgence in Black Sabbath's popularity. It reached the top 40 in the UK and it peaked number 44 on the Billboard 200 charts.
Yep, over here.
Yep. And they on this album, on this Dehumanizer tour, they played the Call Ballroom
Did they really?
in Davenport, Iowa. Yes, they did.
Well, I bet you were pretty. Did you see it?
I did not. I did not. Back in the day, I was 19 years old, and my parents were really cautious about me going down that area of Davenport because they thought the Call Ballroom was in a bad area.
I used to walk
Yeah.
down there.
Yep.
Vagina.
What do you do? So anyway, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's some little other tidbits of information to go along with it, but really, it's not really important. Once again, Jeff Nichols played keyboards on it on the tracks they need. He's pretty much on a lot of their stuff from the middle '80s all the way up until even recently. So that's about it, guys. That's about what I have for you.
So we go back into the ancestral Sabbath tree.
Incestuous family tree of Black Sabbath.
Yes, there you go.
I tried to link my pick with that, and I fucked it up because it's Glenn Tipton, not Glenn Hughes.
No, sorry. We forgive you this time. It's
I appreciate
the
that.
Quaaludes. It's all
It's the Quaaludes.
Yeah.
So many.
Oh, zip, zap, zip, zip. So
Well, remember that Black Sabbath album, The Seventh Star, with Glenn Hughes on vocals for Black Sabbath was killer.
Fantastic. Well, I think we have a great 15th episode, guys. What do you think about it? I'm
yes,
feeling
very
good.
much.
So, Bobby, man, again, you're welcome anytime. John will be welcome anytime. He had to run off to go DJ down at the Broken Saddle, so make sure you guys are checking him out. Make sure you guys are checking out all our sponsors, man. The Pool Man, Mark Reedy, for all your above and in-ground pool needs. Make sure you give him a call, 309-292-8486. Make sure you guys head up to Next Level Fitness. Reach your next level with dedication, motivation, friendship, and fun. 3102 29th Street, Moline, Illinois. Do us a big favor. Go check out Ragged Records, New and Used record store. They got all kinds of great stuff there. I think I got lucky and found a pressing of Initium, or Sam Hain's Initium. So, yeah.
Yeah, you paid for it too.
Yeah, I did pay for it. So, 418 East 2nd Street, Davenport, Iowa. And our new partners, Rock Island Brewing Company, Ribco down in Rock Island, 1815 2nd Avenue, Rock Island. We still have some Great White tickets to give away, so make sure you guys are liking the page or come visit us. You know, sometimes we like to just have some people just come down and saying hey or coming and listening. So make sure you guys go check them out. Turntable Tuesdays, every Tuesday night at Ribco, half-up drafts, 350 burger baskets, 20 minutes of your own vinyl that you bring down, no microphone, just straight up music. It's an awesome concept.
No microphone.
Yeah,
No
two tables,
microphone.
no microphone.
Yeah, there you go. So
Awesome or what?
it is pretty awesome. We might
When are we
have
gonna
to
do it?
It's strict music.
We
Man.
could
are we
have
gonna
to
do
check
it?
it down. I'll take my
Well, I
rush.
got 2 weeks left of my vacation,
you
so
go.
you guys want to...
I can take my rush 2112 down. So we'll see.
Shit, I'm gonna
Hey.
take the Ventures
Yeah.
and some fucking Otis Redding.
Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. Can't go wrong. So
I got the self-titled LA Guns and Babylon AD. Those are the ones I'm bringing.
I'm bringing my K-Tel Rock 80.
hey, it looks like we might have a plan
I'll bring
here.
Chinese democracy.
There you go.
Shut
Awesome.
up, you.
So make sure you guys are checking us out. Make sure you come down to Roosters next week, next Thursday.
Okay, what
where
town is that in?
it's in Rock Island, Illinois. I think
The
all.
old church. It was an old church. Sweet.
So no,
And our special guest is Albert Myers, owner of Next Level Fitness.
Yes, sir.
And before that building became a bar, Amazon Blonde used to practice there.
there you go. So a little bit of history there for you guys that are Amazon Blonde followers. So make sure you guys are tuning in, liking everything that we got up. We do it just for the fun of it, but we also are very appreciative that we have as many fans and followers as we do. We're just a bunch of nerds talking about music and learning about new stuff. So thank you for all your time.
Take an
Support.
opportunity. If we mention something on this podcast and you have not heard it before, go listen to it. It is worth it.
We're not steering you
We are
wrong.
not going to steer you wrong at all.
All the stuff is golden, except maybe
Except maybe
the
Nickelback.
platinum Nickelback, platinum music. So
Soccer mom music.
do we got
Soccer
any?
moms and Vic.
Nez, we got any parting words today, man?
Well, as I've been sipping on my Hefeweizen, I got one thing to say.
At Bet River.
Yeah, through the lips and on the tongue. Look out, asshole! Here it comes.
Yeah, there we go. Thanks, guys.